Yo, 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 it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with you guys. It is Friday the 30th. No Allie Burns. No problem. That's me. I used to have she has so much stuff in here. Let me just tell you. Boy, let me tell you. What's going on, everybody? Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, obviously. Don't forget about our Caesar Sportsbook here at right up here in the corner. So I can't find her stuff. Wake up, or you wager. What do you wake up and wager? I've had a lot of sugar this morning, so bear with me. I've had a cinnamon roll, and I don't know why I'm all wired up. So Caesar Sportsbook sponsors all of our videos here at Morning Wood. And don't forget, when you wager up to $1,250 when you sign up, first bet, don't worry if you don't win. You'll get 100% of your stake back as free bet. Win or lose, you'll get 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credit points. All you got to do is sign up. Use the link in the description of the video. Use the promo code. Whatever you want to do, all you want to do, whenever you want to do it, you need to do it at Caesar Sportsbook. That's the get down. With that, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Get rid of some of this junk down here. Boy, oh boy. I'm your host, though, Detroit Lenny. That's me. That's me. Let's say hi. Always, brother, feel free to stop in. I'm here. Come on in. You know where to find me tomorrow. Come on in. You're not first, you're last. Well, technically, if there was only 2 comments, you would be last because tomorrow was first. Detroit versus everybody all the time, every time. Come on in, though, tomorrow, for real. You guys are going to work with me here while I actually grade handicap 10. Or not have handicap 10. I spaced it. I didn't realize nobody graded last Woodies. So give me a second. There's only 11 of you in, so it'll take like 2 seconds. Angels 1x2. Yep. Bengals team total over 26.5. Ooh, that was a good one yesterday because that one, I think, by a hook, right? Yep. Sure did. Good job, Pedro Pimentel. Brewers -1.5. Did the Brewers win yesterday? No. And that sure now didn't do it, Terry LaJoy, by 1.5. So you're out. Under 48.5. What's 27-15? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's under 48.5. Boom, shakalaka. So good call there.
Good morning.
What up? What's happening?
Not much.
Hanging out.
Done
I figured somebody would come in here.
Yeah, I figured I'd jump in and annoy you. So I clicked on, saw there was just you. I'm like, let's annoy you.
Yeah, no Allie. No. What are you doing Monday? No Allie Friday or Monday. She is going to the Oklahoma State Baylor game.
That's right, she is.
Yeah. So
go
good on to her. I mean, that should be super duper fun. I've never been to a college football game.
I've been to a couple, but I haven't been to a. I've never been to a big crowd like what she's going to go to with Baylor.
I've been to a couple East Carolina high school football game tonight.
I've been to the Carrier Dome for Syracuse. I've been to Winston-Salem for Wake Forest.
Okay.
I've been to NC State, but I haven't really been to any like big stadiums like an SEC school or anything, or a Big 12 like she's going to. So that should definitely be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody always asks me, "Oh, you never went to see the Michigan at the Big House?" I'm like, "Hell no, absolutely."
I would love to go to the Big House. I know East Carolina goes there next year. That would be a fun game to go to, but I'm not spending the money to travel all the way up to Michigan to watch East Carolina lose 49-3. That's not happening.
Ooh, Alex L went out yesterday on Tua over 22.5 completions. I'll tell you, that's a tough loss, man.
I saw a couple books give out refunds for any Tua props yesterday.
Shit, it wasn't sure in the hell wasn't mine. But I didn't. I only had him. Just to be clear, I only had him to. I had him score. I had him throw a pick. So and he did it. So and then he got out. Yeah, he did it, and then he got knocked out. And yeah, I'll tell you what, that was painful to watch. That was one of those like, Alex Smith breaks his leg type situation.
Yeah.
Hits last prime. What was it? Monday night or last Thursday night when the dude's head got Buffalo touched he bent his head, got hit by his own player. He's fine. Tua got released from the hospital last night. And traveled back with the team.
I'm quite surprised that he did, because even like Christina was watching with me last night a little bit, and she's a nurse. She does all that medical stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have been released that early." And going on a plane, I don't know. I remember. Back in the day, an old name for the Mets, Ryan Church, went on to a plane with a concussion, and that kind of ended his career. So, got to be careful with that type of stuff. They said neck and head injuries. I would have kept him in overnight. I don't care that you're in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
He's out for the year probably at this point.
Yeah.
He should be.
Well, he should be out for the next 4 weeks for sure. Concussion protocol probably.
No, he should be out for the rest of the year. I don't care. After last week and then after this game, he should be out for the rest of the year. Yeah, I would not want to risk it. Sure, the Dolphins look good. By the way, grab the Jets now for next week because they're 6-point dogs, and just wait for that line to go down. But anyways, at that little recommendation there, but no,
5 people left in last Woody, I think.
You go.
I don't know about at 8. AB, since you're in the chat, I see you. Jim Bob's got Vasco money line, and I googled it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a soccer thing.
Vasco. Oh, soccer.
It's soccer.
I
but I don't think I think they lost or they pushed. So I don't. He's got it on money line though. That's what I mean about soccer shit. He's got money line, but they tied 1-1. I mean, yes, I don't know if it was a 3-way line or.
Yeah, soccer is just too confusing for me to try to get into. So
yeah, so that's why I don't do that.
I don't bet on the kick the ball sport.
Hey, college football teasers cashing though. South Carolina State plus 45 and under 64 or whatever.
That
ends up 50-10.
That hurt. That last touchdown at the end with 2 minutes to go. I'm like, really? I'm like, all right, they're going to punt. They'll run the ball out. They run the ball all the way to the 30. And then 2 runs later, they're in the end zone. I'm like, oh, really? You guys couldn't just win 43-10? You guys had to put on the extra?
Had to do that.
Jeez. That's rough. That was rough. That was my gross play of the week, and it lost by that. Luckily,
it was terrible.
Luckily, Utah State covered. That was nice. The under hit in Miami, which we had twice up on the site because we had 47, and then I wanted the better number, so I put up 48.5. We'll see how it goes. That was a winner. So we end up having our 3rd straight profitable day on the site, which was nice. But even if they're slightly profitable, they're still profitable. It was good.
It looks like, just so you know, on this particular game, Silky, DeAndre Swift has been listed from questionable to doubtful. So that's a big swing in that. In that right there. Kind
of a big reason why when me and Nick were talking circa, he said Lions. I said no.
Yeah, I don't like them favored. I'll be honest with you. If they
favored,
win,
no, and then all these injuries against the Seahawks, right? Seahawks.
Yeah, so
I would leave Seahawks.
DJ Chalk's questionable. Yep. The Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable. He's dealing with ankle injuries as your number 1 and number 2 wide receiver. Your number 1 running back is doubtful. You know what I mean? So that offense is going to slow the F down this weekend.
I still like the over.
Yeah, I still like it over.
At 48, I'll still take the over.
Right.
In a dome.
Because they do what they do. We're going to have to rely on Hawkinson, which I think could be okay because Seattle's defense is weak in the middle.
Especially the tight end position, yeah.
Yep. And then Jamal Williams, I think will have a good day. Like, I'm starting him in fantasy because if no DeAndre Swift, You're going to see a lot of Reynolds, and you're going to see the number 2 and number 3 guy. And the number 2 guy is Jamal Williams, but the number 3 guy, Craig Reynolds, he could be okay. He's been in the team for a while. Both guys have been in there forever, so it's next man up mentality, obviously.
Yeah. That's what they have to do. Win this game.
Seattle's
your favorite.
They just
still
want to really get through Seattle and New England next week, and then we have a bye week, and then we can kind of chill the hell out.
From there, yeah.
I'm this close, just so you guys know, that play fantasy. I'm this close to picking up Jamison Williams for the Lions. Alabama wide receiver, drafted last year, blew out his Achilles or whatever it was.
Dude,
he's not going to play till probably week 8 to 10. But he is on track to come back a little early. Bye weeks in week 6. So let's say he comes back in week 8. And I'm saying to pick him up in my keeper league because in my keeper league, I could sit his ass on the bench and just keep him. My keeper league, I get to keep 3 players. I keep Najee Harris and Nick Chubb. And sometimes Jamar Chase. I kept Jamar Chase last year, but I'm not opposed to he's a buster. He's like a big player, nothing kind of guy. He's not consistent. He's not.
The problem with the Bengals is their offensive line. It gets hard to get to them.
Yeah, I mean, even last night, I'll tell you what though, that Miami defense, hats off to them.
That's what I said. They have a good defense.
They play pretty good. Rest of the year. Yeah. Also, Teddy. Hey, I thought Teddy was going to bring us to the promised land there for a minute. But at the end there, they got a garbage touchdown, to be honest with you. I had over 41.5, so the 42 was great, but I also had Miami plus 10.5, and that didn't work out for me. So I needed a you know what? That missed field goal really kicked my ass because it should have been 27-28, or I'm sorry, 27-18, and that would have won me some money, but
I had the under, so that it worked out for me.
Yeah, so there was some stuff there. So there was a blocked field goal. It was some shit, man. Vasco 1-1, so that's a loss. Okay, perfect. Bam. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Soccer guy in here doing soccer stuff. Good job, AB. So we got 5 people left in the last Woody for this week. AJ's, Pedro Pimentel, who's already put his pick on Facebook. He's on a soccer play, Porto versus Barga. Both teams to score yes. Daniel Morales, Brian Gillihan, and friend of the program, Rickett.
There you go.
So what's up, bro? And Tim, money in the bank yesterday. Bengals minus 3.5. Money line over team total. Higgins, Mixon, anytime touchdown. Man, you raking in that money yesterday. I know you made some money on Tigers yesterday.
I need to start getting his plays.
Pedro, you message me all the time. Can you maybe text a brother your picks or what's up? I'm just saying, help a brother out. Yesterday, college was good to me. The NFL,
college was great. Chase, and NFL was good.
Jamar Chase, I really thought I had him plus 500 on the first touchdown, and he got a ball, and it was like he's like down at like the 5 or the 4 yard line. I'm like, son of a bitch, and then. It was I think it was it Mixon?
Higgins.
Mixon ran it in from there.
Yeah. There was one guy who had a ticket of the first 3 touchdown scorers. I believe he had Mixon. He had, I believe, Mozart for Miami. And then he had Higgins. The first 2 hit. Mozart dropped a pass in the end zone. That would have gotten him that at like 600-1.
Oh, that's
rough.
Yeah, I will say this about that Tua situation. I don't know. I don't even know if he should have played this game after last week and them talking about a back injury or
he looked fine,
ankle injury or whatever. I mean, he got up wobbling. But coming out of that game, he looked good. He was slinging that ball around. He was rocking that shit around. He was throwing the deep ball. Tyreek Hill doing what Tyreek Hill does. That one catch, bobbled, tip, whatever, caught. So it would have been nice for Joe Burrow excuse me, to throw a pick too, because I had them both to throw an interception. The only thing I won yesterday on that game was I live bet the Bengals after Tua got knocked the F out. I live bet him for I took him minus 8.5, a small bet, and it cashed. And I had Tua to throw a pick. That's the only two plays I really won in the NFL. I did do good in college, so I won both my teasers in college.
I feel like if I would have went after a live bet in that game, once Tua went out, I would have went Miami. That's just
thought about that, but everybody was going Miami. Everybody was like, Teddy B to the house, Teddy B, and I'm like, man, I'm already on Miami to do their thing. So
yeah,
it was kind of a hedge.
You hedged
a little bit
out, which that is a respectable hedge, just because the team you bet on just lost their starting quarterback. So
yeah, it wasn't even halftime. You know what I mean? So it was like shit. It wasn't like it was the fourth quarter and I'm panicking. I was like, oh, all right. And it wasn't. Look, I still ended up losing money on that game. I just didn't. I didn't
lose as much.
Yeah, you know.
Oh no, I trust me. I do the same thing with some games that
Tim's rejecting my trade offers. This is bullshit.
I don't trust you. There's something going on with that.
Tim, at least tell people the trade thing.
Oh, I don't remember what it was. All I know is that you wanted my first round pick, so I said no. Dalvin Cook was my first round pick.
This guy, Nick Earl, you screenshotted me an email, but I got an email saying this. Oh man, about sponsors.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to trade Tim. Guys in the chat, tell me if this is a good trade or not a good trade. I was trying to trade him. I was going to give him. Oh no, I was going to give him Darrell Henderson Jr., Rams running back, and Robert Woods, Tennessee wide receiver, for Isaiah McKenzie, Buffalo wide receiver 3, and Dalvin Cook. Swapping receivers and running backs.
A main reason why I rejected that one is I don't like Tennessee, so I don't want to go after Woods. I don't think that team's good. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. He had Edmonds, in that parlay.
Yeah.
Yes. So no, I did not want Robert Woods on my team, and then I couldn't care less about Henderson. He splits time with Akers, and I'd rather hold on to my number 1 draft pick, especially when my number 2 is going to most likely be out this week with Alvin Kamara. So I need my running backs.
I need some work here in this picks and parlay league. My other leagues, I'm in first place. I'm doing good, but
I will say I am starting Matthew Stafford today, this week.
I don't like it. They win the game.
I just don't like Derek Carr this week.
I don't like him either. But
so that's what I have to choose from.
Sooner or later, David Carr is going to have a breakout game.
Yeah,
but then
not
he's
against,
go right back
not
to
against
shitty.
not against the Broncos defense. That's the only thing that's been good this year is the Broncos defense.
That's what I'm saying. The Rams-Niners game is always a brawl. That game could end up 13-12.
Or it could end up being 35-31.
Yeah.
But it is a Monday night game.
Stafford throws 2 picks.
I just couldn't go Derek Carr this week. Because and Denver is going to be one of our circle plays. So
that's fair. I got I need a running back. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Ezekiel Elliott, who I don't like.
No.
Jamal Williams, I am starting, and Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson Jr. So I'm trying to work up some running back trades because it's going to be rough. Allie Burns has already beaten me. She's so happy. I love it's the kiss of damn death when fantasy owners text you on Thursday night how they're kicking your ass after 1 out of 16 games have played. Still,
she's going to win.
You're 15 games. Yeah, 15 games left. 15 games left in the NFL.
Oh, she's winning 21-0. Oh, geez,
yeah, 21.9-0. She is projected to win by 57-43, but she's starting Geno against Detroit, which is a bad idea. No, she's also. I'm starting. I got Patrick Mahomes at Tampa Bay. I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah. Who's your other quarterback?
Tampa. My other quarterback is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I would probably stick.
He's a
with,
bench guy.
I
I'm
would
starting
stick
Patty
with, I would stick
Mahomes.
with Brady.
It's
Oh,
Mahomes.
sorry, Mahomes.
Yeah, it's Mahomes until I don't care, good or bad, it's Mahomes.
Yeah.
I also got
he
Cooper
always.
Kupp.
Everybody could look at that one. They're like, oh, they got the defense. He could easily put up 50 points
He's
on
so
Monday
good.
night, on Sunday
Yeah.
night.
So, and then receiver-wise, I got Cooper Kupp and Juju Smith-Schuster, which hasn't done shit this year, but we could pick it up, Juju. I got Pittsburgh's tight end. I got Dallas's kicker. I do have Buffalo's defense against Baltimore, which scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But because it's raining and there's going to be a wet field, I'm taking that defense to slow Lamar down. Plus, it's one of those. This is a matchup where the guys I like to start, I'm never ever going to start. I'm never ever going to bench unless it's their bye week. Like Buffalo's defense is going to get the start for me every week, unless it's their bye. Patrick Mahomes is going to get the start for me every week, unless it's his bye. Cooper Kupp going to get the start for me every week, unless it's his bye.
Or
so
he's
it's
injured.
like,
yeah,
or he's injured. So this week they got bad matchups, but
you trust them. You drafted them for a reason.
Gotta do it. Listen, they're part of the Detroit Lenny organization. That means they're family. I can't just dog them out like that.
Oh, I can. Just because they're part of the Giggity family does not mean they have to play.
That's fair. Let's talk some baseball here. Marlins, Mariners looking like winning two-legger of the day.
Marlins are the big dog with Sandy Alcantara on the mound. Yeah, Alcantara and Burns. Do you know where I'm going with that game?
Over.
I like the over 6.
Over 6. Hey, I don't hate the DeGrom and Max Fried Chicken over 6.5 either.
I don't know about that one.
6s are too low for me.
6.5. I could see the under in the Mets game.
They're not. It's not the. Is it playoff atmosphere? Yes. Is it the playoffs yet? No.
Nope.
So there's no reason.
Kind of like a wild card round, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to really.
This is the wild card round for these two teams.
You know what? We get this all the time, and same way. Sometimes you hate Tim Earl. You're the actual professional here. Mm-hmm. When you post picks on there and they don't cash, I mean, we've talked about this. Of course,
you feel like shit. I'll be honest. We had a 1-7 NFL day last Sunday. I felt like shit.
Yeah, you feel like shit.
We won the Colts, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hate having losing plays. 100%.
Especially when you tell people about it. And then they bet their money on it, and you're like, oh, shit. Or, so, I mean, it's part of the game. I don't feel too bad when I'm 7-1, giving out winners.
I feel great coming out of the show that day. Like, I felt good because since the last 3 days, we've had profitable days every single day. So I feel good coming out of the show. But when you have a 1-5 day, and trust me, I know when I have a bad day, because not only will I know, I'll get a couple comments from people saying, oh, you guys had a shitty day. Yeah, really? I'm glad you let us know. Yes, I kind of like the Rockies today. Why? Why are the Dodgers minus 380 favorites today?
What do they have 420? They're over 400 favorite now.
Why?
Because Kershaw's on the mound.
You're paying minus 420 for Kershaw for 4 to 5 innings?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
No. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
Somebody will.
Obviously, because that line has jumped, but I would go Colorado plus 2.5, plus 1.5 money line.
Colorado run line. Well, I mean, if you're gonna have big dick energy, just Rockies. Okay, you gotta go. By the way, you gotta go Rays. You also have to go Marlins.
You don't have to. But
I mean, if you want
to dogs, bet a couple of them.
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go. I don't mind. I don't hate the Rockies though. I didn't hit on BYU first half on the spread with some win some, lose some. Yeah, I was on that game though. That's another one that was like the South Carolina State. I'll be honest with you. I watched that game more than I watched the NFL game. That game was good. So
I'm kind of excited. One of my dad's friend was moving out of his house, and he had a TV I think it's like 56 inches or whatever. He's like, yeah, the sound sounds a little bit weird. I'm like, I'll take it. I'll hook it up to my computer, whatever. Hooked it up. Sounds fine. And now I got a 56-inch TV in my office.
Nice. I got a.
It's sitting right. It's sitting on the floor right now because I don't have a desk big enough for it.
Or you got to get a mount. I'm mounted to the wall.
No, I'm not mounting it to no, because I have to have it hooked up to my computer.
Oh, okay, yeah. We found these mounts that I've been mounting TVs for I feel like 3 months. Every TV in every room, because we found these mounts on Amazon. They were like $20-$25 or whatever, and it's like 2 bolts, and then it's really good. But yeah. I got a 52-inch in my bedroom. I got a 75 in the living room, but and then I got a 52 in the garage. Those are my 3 TVs. Like those are the 3 spots I'm at, either in the office / bedroom. It's where all the magic happens. Okay, all of it.
Or the Lions games.
Or I'm in the living room in the recliner, or I'm in the garage in the hammock. Either way, I gotta have a big TV. I'm blind in one eye, can't see out the other. So Woodies, what's happening? Breaking Vegas. Gino will ball in Detroit, probably. But here's my problem. DK Metcalf talking shit about Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah has held some dudes the first 3 weeks at corner. He has held the likes of, Justin Jefferson to like 3 catches or some shit. Like, not much.
Yeah.
I forget who else. But he's held some receivers, so that's going to be your matchup. Listen, if it's the same old Lions, sure, Geno balls in Detroit, and DK Metcalf has like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sure, but I'm hoping it's not the same old Lions. You know what I mean? Play Burrows instead of Herbert.
I don't mind. I didn't mind that. I would have probably done the same thing. I don't know what we're getting from Herbert right now. So
yeah, I don't. And he is playing against Texans though, but
still, Texans defense hasn't been terrible.
Until he is like balls out, I'd probably put Burrows in and Herbert out. Because I mean, shit. What did Joe Burrow get you yesterday? He got 287 yards and 2 touchdowns, no picks, clean game. Yeah. If it wasn't for the BYU game, I would have cashed 3 parlays.
What was wrong with the BYU game? Everybody should have took you at Utah State.
Yeah.
What's the points?
We were all over Utah State.
At Power Hour.
Points. Utah State, South Carolina State.
No, South Carolina State didn't cover. They didn't cover.
Or they did on a teaser.
They did not cover straight up.
That's a perfect example of why I tease. Because I knew that
Good luck with that one, Gio.
Over 5.5, and the Brewers over 4.5.
I'm hoping the Mets just win that one like 7-1 tonight. I'm fine with that.
What's up, gentlemen? It's Friday. Let's get it. Michigan man jersey looks fire. Thank you.
I mean, I have a former Detroit Tiger on the back of my shirt, so.
It's a Aiden Hutchinson jersey. I'm hoping this dude balls out this weekend. Need this defense to step up against Seattle. I'm not worried too much about Seattle.
I would prefer the over.
You got fantasy players like Rashad Penny. You should be starting him because we can't stop the run.
There you go.
Good morning, Lenny and Tim Earl. Cast 500 yesterday on Thursday Night Football. Killed it. There you go, Nick. There you go, Nicholas. I took Cincinnati parlay that was under with it. Nice. -4. Nice. So far, I'm on the Marlins first 5.
Why not? You get Sandy Alcantara at a good price.
Yeah.
And the Brewers are kind of weird right now.
Not playing well.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not playing well.
But the Marlins have nothing else to lose. They're eliminated, so let Sandy go out and do his thing. Sandy's still pitching for Sandy. Sandy's still
pitching for Cy Young right now.
Yeah, so he's going to bring the heat.
Do we still have odds for that Cy Young Award winner? No, you
get longer wires, Tim. Put that shit in the wall. That's what I did. I just cut the hole, drop down the wall. You can run the wires.
There's not really a good spot in the office to do that.
No.
No. And I'm not putting holes in the wall in the middle of an apartment that we're renting out.
That's true. What do you think of DeGrom under 9.5 strikeouts?
Why under?
Just because.
Why? I would rather stay off of it than bet an under, because he could easily go out and throw 12 strikeouts against the Braves, who strike out a lot.
Y'all will pull out the win though, Lenny. I will see a higher score game. I see a higher. I could. This line keeps dropping, and I'm going to let it keep dropping. I'm just going to let it and let it and let it. I'm going to let it keep going until Sunday at 9:30 in the morning before it kicks off at 10 a.m. for me. And it's my time, Pacific time. But
Your time, yeah.
And then I'm going to jump all over the Lions and the over. But I'm going to let that shit try and get that sumbitch down to under 3.5 or under 3. That's my key number. If I can get the Lions under 3, I'm all over it. But right now it's at 3.5.
I don't think they dropped that far.
I do if Amon-Ra St. Brown is listed as doubtful or out. If I'm telling you right now, if they list Swift and Brown as St. Brown is out, that line should drop to pick 'em.
That's fair. It's just weird to see a minus number next to the Lions name.
It's 100% weird. The over, yep. Oh, we got a breaking news. We have a last Woody pick.
There you go. I like that. You got Jack Flaherty pitching for St. Louis.
Over 2.5. Woo-wee. I like it. Burrows gave me 27 points. Higgins did awesome. Mixing, man. What kind of league are you in? What kind of point system is this working with? You guys got points.
PPR.
Higgins got her like 21.9 points because I think that's the only person she had playing yesterday.
I have 8 points right now. I had the
who are you going against?
Defense. Higgs.
Yeah, she had one player. T. Higgins got her 21.9. I had Tyler Boyd on my bench. He got me 6.6 points, and I'm okay with that. I'm glad he's on my bench. I expect
Tyler Boyd had a perfect QBR rating last night.
Yeah,
one pass right to Jamar Chase.
True. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Oh, Pedro. Yep, I got you. You're on the Facebook page. Got that in there. Dang, that's weird to think about the game starting at 10 a.m. I have to wait till noon. Yeah, I mean, I
have to wait till 1. What are you guys talking
about? This show starts at 10 a.m. for us. I mean, 1 o'clock Eastern is 10 a.m. out here. So, like, I'm up at 8 o'clock getting ready for Power Hour and scrambling to make studios for Game Time and Morning Wood and all that. And then I start this at 10. This goes to 11. We do free picks from 11 to, let's say, 11:30. Power Hour starts at noon for me. And Game Time Decision starts at 2 for me. So I'm done with my day by 3.
I'm done with my day at 6. So,
yeah, which is same time. Same time, technically. PPR. Oh, that makes sense. I don't ever do those games or those leagues. Well, the leagues I've been in for years, except for our Picks and Parlay league that we just started this year.
Yeah.
These ex-NFL players are letting the NFL have it on ESPN today. Oh, I bet they're letting the NFL have it. I bet they are. It's 12:33. Oh yeah, it's 10:33 here.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Scott Reichel's coming on the show today.
Oh yeah, cool. Good morning.
Hey, Allie Burns isn't here, so I didn't know. I'm just winging it, and then Tim jumped in, and I'm like, and when I saw you down there, I was like, shit, it's Friday. It's Scott Reichel Day.
It's all good. I found out how to work it myself, so you don't have to send me invites anymore.
Yeah, good job. We're proud of you.
Shit.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Probably messaged me on Twitter too, and I don't have it open.
I actually did not. I just did it all myself. Are you proud of me?
Yay!
Thank you. Feels good.
Good job. Hey, well, let's get into. I'm not writing down on the whiteboard, guys. For you guys that are listening at home, I'm not writing down your Circa picks. We'll go through Circa, but I'm not writing down all your Circa picks and keeping track of that shit.
Me and Nick have ours.
I'm not
out.
your mama. Your mama's on vacation. I'm your dad. You got to pull up your own pants, wipe your own ass. I'm just saying. And that's how it is when mom and dad are out. Just saying. Let me pull up these picks here.
You need them? I can pull them up real quick.
No, I got them right here.
The only issue with pulling up with the circus stuff is the fact that some of the lines move, so you don't exactly know what the official circle line is compared to the lines now. So
yeah, that don't matter.
They post their lines on Wednesday, so like whatever their line is their line. But you're right, the line movement has moved. Why can't I?
I'm pretty sure I went 3-2 last week on circa picks. I think. I know I definitely had a winning week. I'm just not sure if I went 4-1.
I went 2 and 3.
There you go, Lenny.
All right, perfect.
I beat you to it.
Good job. You're doing real good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just what am I looking at?
Yeah, Circa's been rough, I will say.
Not we're sticking with the rule, by the way. No Monday night games, and of course,
no, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Oh, the rules have been lifted.
We've got 2 Monday night games.
I play Thursday night games. That's an Allie Burns rule.
Okay.
And that's whatever. I mean, that's a her thing. I'm not keeping track of them, so if you write them down yourself. Everybody write your own shit down. I'm 4 and I'm 7 and 8 for the week for the year, which is terrible.
No, that's pretty good. Me and Nick are 4 and 11. So definitely not the ideal start for us.
Yeah, 7 year to date. That's what that means. I'm like, man, I can't read my own writing. 7 and 8. Lenny's circa picks, plays, whatever. All right. I would have took the Bengals last night. So what is everybody? What are you thinking that jumps off the plate to you right away?
You want to go first or me to go first?
Oh, go ahead. Scott, you go first.
Stay first.
All right, we can alternate if you want. I'll go in order chronologically. Kirk Cousins is bad in prime time, but I don't think this counts as prime time. It is a London game, but the Saints are missing so many guys. I know Dalvin Cook just got the official okay, so he will be playing, but you have no Winston, which they could be better off, but we'll find out. But they got no Michael Thomas, which is a big deal. I still think Minnesota's a decent team. I know they ended up beating your team last week, but then the Lions ended up covering, so they did us a solid there on Circa, but I think the Vikings aren't that bad. And from what I've seen from the Saints, they're not really a good football team. Unfortunately, I was kind of wrong about them with my preseason projection for them. But I think Minnesota's got value at 2.5. I know it's up to 3 now. But with Thomas being out and Andy Dalton being quarterback now, I'm not exactly sold on New Orleans. I'll take the Vikings in a neutral. And hopefully 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. doesn't count as prime time on Kirk Cousins' calendar.
Good. It is a standalone game.
It is a yeah, right. It is. So it's hopefully in his world, he doesn't look at it as his primetime game. in his world. Okay. All right.
I'll say I want nothing to do with the side. I like the under. Just overseas game. Saints beat up on injuries. Cook back, so they're gonna actually hopefully run the ball a little bit. I'm going to go under in that one. I really don't need I don't feel the need to go after a side. Obviously, in Circa right now, Vikings under a field goal is probably the side I would lean towards. I can't go after a side in this game though. I like the under.
I don't hate the Vikings. I don't.
You got to pick.
I don't
5.
know.
I mean, that's the point of Circa, right?
Yeah,
I mean, realistically,
you got to pick 5. It might be like that 5th. It's in that gray area. It's not a for sure right. I'm not writing it down now, but I'm not opposed to writing it down on 5 at the 5th pick because I could see. I can tell you already. I'm having an issue getting to 4. So the Vikings probably make a round. What are you looking at for your second one?
Yeah, I was just going in.
Or you just want to go in? Okay.
I was going in order of the sheet,
ahead.
so it wasn't my favorite play, but I was going in order of the sheet. So looking at my next one, I thought about the Bills -3. I know the weather's not going to be great. I'm hoping Buffalo gets some players back. The game should be a lot of fun, though. But I don't know if I'm actually going to take that or not. The Giants number is where it should be. But you know what? It might make you a little bit. Do I want to go with the Seahawks in this one? Because I think the Seahawks are awful. But when you're missing Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's pretty rough.
Talking about that.
I'm just saying it's pretty rough. But I really don't like Seattle as a team. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I might skip the order, but there's one play that I do like. I'll take the Cowboys -3 against the Commanders.
I have that as my first one written down.
It's going to be an obvious play for most people, which means that if the Commanders win, it's going to be a bloodbath. But the Cowboys are a much better team. I don't like the somewhat short week playing on Monday night. I tend to fade those teams, but the Commanders are awful. And the Cowboys, even though they're missing Dak, Cooper Rush has been good enough to win games. The actual ground game's gotten going. The offensive line looks better than it did to start the year. And the defense has been a pleasant surprise. I figured the defense, after losing Randy Gregory, would really have some issues. And I am aware they beat up on the Giants, which doesn't really mean anything, but the defense looked good. And I really don't like Carson Wentz or anything that Washington's got going for it. I'll take the Cowboys at home -3.
That's fair. I'll tell you right now. See, this is why I say throw out the Sunday night or the Monday and Thursday night games, because I would have taken the Bengals -3.5 last night if I was playing this contest. I would have. I had the Dolphins in a pick in a teaser, but I would have taken them because I thought the Bengals were going to win by a touchdown, and that's where I was at. So I will like the Chiefs and the Rams make it on this list for me easily. I think the Chiefs can handle the Bucs, even though Tampa and weather and whatever. Chiefs, I think, just have a better offense. I think both defenses are pretty much almost. I think the Chiefs' defense is underrated. I think the Tampa's defense is overrated a little. Not much, just a little. So advantage Chiefs for me. And like my first three, not to go out of order again, but like Cowboys, Chiefs, Rams. And then that Rams-Niner matchup, I'll take that 1.5 because that game could very easily end up by a point either way. So those are like my three right off the rip that I like. And I kind of like Seattle +4. I saying it out loud.
I had to throw it out there, but I wasn't sure
I'm
if I
saying
actually
it out loud.
to
Like if I'm taking my heart out of it as a capper with your running back one's out, wide receiver one's out, wide receiver two's busted up and questionable. You're questionable as a team in general. Your defense is suspect as all get up. Rashad Penny could have like the career day, So I mean, I like the over. I still think it goes over, but those are three right out the gate. Tim, what do you got? You got any thoughts?
Yeah, me and Nick kind of have our plays already picked out.
Okay.
One thing we like the Colts. But we're also not high on Tennessee at all. We're high on the Colts this year. I got my Super Bowl ticket right behind me. Now I don't think it's a good one at this point, but Colts impressive win last week against Kansas City that we kind of called all week. Morning, Jesse. And Tennessee almost blew the game to the Raiders. I'm not high on Tennessee at all. I will say in the beginning of the year, I said Jacksonville will finish second in the division and the Titans would finish third. And I will stick by that statement. I think the Colts are the best team in that division still. They had a rough couple of first weeks. That's what happens when you start a new quarterback every single year for the last 7 years. So you're going to start off slow and then get into your rhythm. I think they get into their rhythm there, especially at home. I'm grabbing the Colts. I like the Giants this weekend as well against the Bears. I'm not high on the Bears at all. I will say I'll be on the Bears next week, plus the points when they face off against the Vikings because of the London game. But I do like the Giants -3. We're on the Eagles because Jacksonville, sure, great win versus the Chargers. Now they travel back across the country, West Coast to East Coast. The Eagles are the only undefeated team left in the NFL now. I think they win that one by 14+. I'm not really super high on the. I mean, I'm higher on the Jaguars than I guess most people because I said they would finish second, but that would mostly be because I think Tennessee is bad. I do think Eagles take care of business there.
Are you worried about the Peterson, the coach for Jacksonville, coming back to Philly?
No.
Okay.
Why would he be worried about that?
Yeah, why would I be worried about that?
I'm just
No,
wondering.
I don't think so. Jacksonville has had a solid start, but I'll grab the Eagles. We're on the Broncos plus the 2.5, and it's mostly because of the Broncos' defense, not their offense. Their offense is pathetic. The only thing Russ cooks up is burnt toast. Raiders are just that bad. I was wrong on the Raiders. I thought they were a division favorite. I thought they could have a shot to win the division. I was badly wrong on that one. And then I'll take a little bit of a different approach. I'm on the Patriots plus 9.5.
I just wrote down Packers minus 9.5.
And the only reason why I say that,
I'm taking Green Bay at home.
Mac Jones is out, but Brian Hoyer is not a bad second compared to Mac Jones and how Mac Jones is. Sure, everybody will see Mac Jones out. They'll see how bad the Patriots are. I think the Packers might be one of the more popular plays this week. So I think that might be a little bit of a fade, but we'll see. I'm on the Packers. The Patriots plus 9.5. I will mention after last night's game, the record is now 43-6. 43 out of the 49 games, the points has not mattered. So if the favorite won, they covered. If the dog covered, they won outright. So 6 times this year, the points actually mattered on the spread. I think you could possibly see number 7 with that Patriots game. I don't think the Patriots win, but I think they at least cover the 9.5. So that's kind of our 5 circuit plays that we have locked in.
I'm trying to think of what I have already. I have the Vikings. I have the Cowboys. I think I'm going to go with Cleveland as my third pick.
I just wrote down Cleveland. I swear to Christ, it's my 5th pick right there. Cleveland minus 1.
Last week, I might have offended Lenny by comparing the Falcons this year to the Lions of last year, being a competitive team that's randomly fun to watch that's not going to win many games. They won last week against Seattle because Seattle's awful. But Cleveland did play Thursday night, so they do have the extra couple days of prep. And I said it last week, I'll say it again. I don't think Jacoby Brissett's that bad. Now, the secondary for Cleveland's not very good. I'll admit it. And I think that Mariota could have some success. But Atlanta is really not a great defensive team. Offensively, they're okay. But I just think up front, Cleveland should dominate in the trenches. And I really like the fact that Cleveland had some extra time off because they played on Thursday. I like Cleveland minus 1. It's not because I think Cleveland's a Super Bowl team or because I think the Falcons are the worst team in the league. But I think that when I look at the overall roster and just the battle up front, I think Cleveland should dominate the line of scrimmage. Now, Garrett not playing would definitely hurt, which is really tricky because he had the car accident. I'm assuming he probably won't play. But I think I'm gonna go with Cleveland there. I think Brissett's actually pretty good, and I like what I've seen from Cooper. I like what I've seen from the receiving core. Give me the Browns minus 1 as my 3rd pick. My 4th one, I'm going to agree with the Broncos plus 2.5. I have to. I know that you can argue it's the ultimate trap line, and you can take the Raiders, but if they had any other coach besides McDaniels, I'd consider it. I just think he's a brutal coach. Now, I'm not saying Hackett's any good. That's not what I'm saying. I think Hackett's an awful coach. But Denver's defense is elite. And I do think if the Broncos can wake up even slightly in the red zone, they should win the game comfortably. But the Raiders constantly shoot themselves in the foot, and they constantly lose close games. I just think they're a poorly coached team. And Denver defensively is so good that I think they could win this game in a variety of ways. But Carr has 4 picks on the season. He had 3 in week 1. He had 1 last week against Tennessee in the red zone. For some reason, Adams and Waller have really been a non-factor since week 1, and I think that Denver's defense can match up well against them. I'm going to go with Denver getting 2.5 as my 4th pick. And my last one, I'm going to disagree with you, Lenny. I'm going to take the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with the Bucs. I think the Buccaneers right now might be one of the most underrated teams in the league, solely because of the injuries they've had to the wide receiver position. Green Bay, I think, of course, is having a down year because the offense isn't great. I think we've all realized that. They're still going to be one of the better teams in the NFC. Tampa was missing its top 3 receivers and lost on a 2-point conversion attempt with less than 20 seconds left against arguably like the second best or the third best team in the conference. Now you have Mike Evans back. Godwin should be back. I think Tampa Bay's defense is sick. I think it might be the best defense in the league. I'm really high on that Tampa team. But I also think that Kansas City's offense, it might sound crazy, I don't think their offense is that good. And I know they scored 40-plus against Arizona. It was a great Week 1 performance. Andy Reid's phenomenal in Week 1 and off the bye. We know this. They scored 20 offensive points against the Chargers. They had the 100-yard pick six to get to 27. And they were awful in the red zone against Indianapolis. I don't think the Chiefs offensively are really that good. And I think the Buccaneers have the personnel to at least somewhat contain Kelsey. And they don't have any weapons on the outside. Scantling's done nothing. Juju was okay last week because he had one catch for like 60 yards, which was the massive outlier. And they can't run the ball because Allen's not very good. So I'm going to go with Tampa. I'm hoping with the receivers back and with that defense, I think Tampa's a really good team, and I think people are sleeping on them because of the Mike Evans absence and the Godwin absence. If they're back, I think they'll win. I'm going to take Tampa at home.
That's fair. I think that game will be good, though. That's finally going to – I think we're finally going to see a really good Chiefs.
I like the under in that game, but I think it'll be competitive. I just think Tampa finds a way to win by like 3 or 4. That's
fair. I could see that. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it.
Well, you said you like the Chiefs because I understand your point. The defense has been better. Chiefs. The offense, they still have Mahomes. It's just, I feel like it's tough to evaluate Tampa's full offense when you had a game and a half with no Mike Evans.
Correct.
Yeah. That's
so fair. I think they're undervalued, in my opinion.
Rickett says he likes the Vikings, Steelers, Falcons, Raiders, Chiefs. So,
I agree. I disagree on 4 of Rickett's 5 picks. Okay, cool.
Right. I'm not on the Falcons. You know what? I lean Raiders here in this spot just because sooner or later they got it. I just can't believe that this, and I was on the Raiders, high on the Raiders. Me and Tim Earl, we talked about this sleeper for that division, this, that, and then they have shit the bed hard.
Yeah, they've been bad.
The first 3 weeks or so. So I get it, but I just can't believe that Josh McDaniels, man, stop trying to fix shit that ain't broken. Darren Waller's great. Use him. Devontae Adams, great. Use him. You got to get your playmakers the ball. Josh McDaniels is one of those coaches that just wants to reinvent the wheel so he can say he made it. And sometimes the wheel don't need to be reinvented. Shit goes round and round. Let it keep going round and round. Breaking Vegas likes Texas +5, Steelers, Jags, Commanders, and the Falcons. Sort of like the Patriots +9.5.
I will say with the Steelers game.
Yeah, the MILF Hunter is back.
We don't get the elite Joe Flacco anymore, but hey, Zach Wilson's back.
I want to see Zach Wilson before I'll bet on Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's why I'm not betting him this weekend. I'll watch the game.
You're going to watch that game? Good for you, man.
I might actually watch the Jets game.
Yeah. That's bold take, Tim Earl. You're going to actually watch it.
I am curious. Do you guys actually watch full games, or are you more of red zone guys?
I watch full game Lions game when it's live at 10 a.m. for me. And then at 1 o'clock, I watch the 1 o'clock games and flip back and forth between all games and kind of red zone the 1 o'clock games. And then between the 1 o'clock game or the later games, I guess it'd be 4 o'clock East Coast time. Mm-hmm. Between that game and then the other games, I kind of watch highlights of the early games. And then sometimes on Monday during the day, I'll rewatch games all together.
I'm strictly a red zone guy, for the record.
I feel like the only team in sports that I watch full games of are the Mets. Other than that, I will box score. I'll throw a game on my monitor or something as I'm doing numbers just to listen to a random West Coast basketball game at night during college basketball season or whatever is going on while I'm working. But I really don't need to watch every single game. I'll watch.
Is the ringtone on your phone the Edwin Diaz walkout song already, or are you still working on it?
No, I honestly, I'm on TikTok a lot. Anytime I hear the trumpets now, I swipe away.
Fair. It's overdone at this point.
No, it's not that it's overdone. Ever since Timmy Trumpet came out and did it at Citi Field, the Mets have been awful. So I kind of it kind of tuned me off until the playoffs. But no, I don't mind the trumpet. I have the trumpet that song saved under the ESB, the StreamYard thing, so we put it on sometimes. But no, I don't have it as my ringtone yet. No.
I saw Pedro Moore says he saw that Dax might start. Do you want Dax in this game?
No.
I think they can win without
Rush
him.
looked a lot better than Dak did.
I was going to say, I think that Dak is still a better player than Rush, but that's at 100%. I'm not sure if 50% Dak is better than Rush, but conceptually, I think Dak would have a shot at playing if the Cowboys were desperate. If the Cowboys were 1-2, or if they were 0-3, then maybe they would force it. They're 2-0 without him. So why would you bother trying to rush him back when you're 2-0 with the new quarterback? Even if Dak could play, he's not going to. He might not play next week either. I think you pretty much just have to wait until Dak feels comfortable, because based on how bad your division is, I know the Eagles are good, but the point is there's still a couple of wildcard spots available because of how bad the NFC is in general. There's really no sense of pressure that the Cowboys are facing to get Dak back as soon as possible. I think the odds of Dak starting or playing this game are basically like 2%. I really don't see it happening because the Cowboys have been good without him.
To give him 2%.
I'll give 2. I'll be generous.
Yeah.
Taking the Commanders. Okay. The Cowboys.
It's the commies. We call them the commies.
Plus the 3. There you go. Blue Jays first 5. Baseball talk.
Yes.
Oh, that's your last Woody. All right, that's a
contest. I like the Blue Jays too.
Gotta put that in there. Double duty today. Bear with
I'm
me.
anti-Pavetta, so I can't exactly hate on that play.
Exactly.
Like the Chargers, Rams, Chiefs, Browns, Steelers.
No to the Chargers. I can't do them.
You know, until Justin Herbert's
Herbert
100%.
proves that he's healthy.
What is Herbert at, do you think? Because I feel like he's probably close to 50, but even with that, they lost so many guys last week. They lost 2 starting offensive linemen. They lost Bosa, who's on IR, so he's going to be out indefinitely. But when you lose your star tackle, you lose your starting center. I think I'm also on the Texans. I think his Texans are past. I just can't look past the fact that they're missing 2 of their best offensive linemen and their best defensive linemen, and their starting quarterback has messed up ribs. I don't want to lay 5 there.
I can't do the Chargers. And that 5 number is just weird.
Texans also beat them last year.
Yeah, they did.
But I don't know. I didn't add that to my 5 because I'm still not sure what exactly to expect, and I don't think the Texans are a great team by any means. But with that many injuries, I'm not laying 5 on the road. I'm not doing that.
Correct.
That's fair. Tate says Raiders -2.5. It's a letdown spot for Denver.
Letdown for what?
Rams, Bills, Vikings.
Can you have
what
a
are they letting down?
I was going to say, when you only score 11 points, can you really have a letdown? I don't know if
no.
Maybe.
No.
They're 2-1. I mean, you know, as bad as the offense is, that defense is that good. So I guess
exactly. That's the only reason why I like them.
Rachel, are you on any other MLB today besides the Pirates team total?
I took it easy. I've been sticking with the 1 play a day format kind of for baseball, and so far, knock on wood, I haven't lost this week. So we're going to keep rolling, hopefully. And I still can't believe that Pirates team total is 2.5 with Flaherty on the mound, which I don't understand at all. And they're the road team with 9 at-bats. Flaherty used to be good. He's just not very good anymore. It's not his fault. He just got hurt all the time.
That's fair. Why did the schedule makers put the NFL game in London at the same time as Manchester game?
Because we don't care about soccer.
Because they're dumb and they think they rule the world. It's the NFL.
Is that an Amazon game, by the way, or is that game actually on TV?
I have no idea.
Either way, I'm not watching it because
I think it's
Amazon my time.
So the point is, like, the NFL is going to get killed in the ratings, basically, because every basic cable's going to have the Manchester Derby in it. So, I mean, sure, you know, have fun. I think the Amazon ratings have actually been decent. All I know is I
like it on Amazon. I don't mind it on Amazon. I got no problems with Amazon. I don't know what people say that it freezes or whatever. Check your internet, homie. My Amazon games hasn't froze yet.
Mine works.
I think it was mostly just having to actually watch it on a computer or an app on the like Roku or something. I think people just want it on regular TV because it's easier because they're lazy. But I do think if you want to talk about the ratings battle, I root for Man City. I am much more likely to watch the Man City game than Kirk Cousins against Andy Dalton. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm more likely to watch the soccer match.
Oh, I'm not even watching that game.
Are you guys? Yeah. First of all, Breaking Vegas. Yes, it does start at 5:30 on Monday Night Football. Secondly, who's watching real cable now? Do people like, even if it's on ESPN, I'm going to the ESPN app and watching it.
Correct,
I mean, to be honest with you, I stream everything. So
I'm required to watch it on regular TV because the streams are delayed and I'm live betting.
Yeah, that's true.
TV's also delayed, but it's not as delayed as like an ESPN Plus.
It's
so
yeah, exactly.
It's probably like 10 seconds ahead or something like that. But when you're live,
if it's on ESPN, honestly, I'm probably watching it on TV because you're right. I'm live betting it.
If I'm live betting, I need to be as close to up to date as possible. So I really can't get away with the streaming stuff. I have to watch it on TV.
There you go. 150 is Cowboys, Giants, Colts, Chiefs, Vikings. I'm going to blow through some comments before we bob out of here. Who we like in the NCAA tonight?
Not Houston.
College football?
I like Tulane.
I like New Mexico.
I like Tulane. I like UTSA. I like Washington. And the over in UTSA.
That Washington line is such a classic college trap line. I think I'm on UCLA by default. I'm not going to play it. But that line is such a classic Friday night. Like, oh, Washington's been crushing it, and somehow UCLA wins by like 7. I'm not going to bother, but that's such a classic college line. I'm staying away from that line.
I kind of like the I don't know. I kind of like the over in it. I know it's at 65, 66, but I think it's a shootout. I do like Houston tonight against Tulane, but I really like New Mexico at UNLV because I think UNLV is highly overrated.
I think UNLV is actually not that bad.
Really?
They're not good, but compared to where they were, they're a hell of a team. You know, they're okay.
Yeah, there you go. Pull this out of here. All right, we got any parting words? Otherwise, we're going to bounce on out of here. We're after our time.
For college football, I know some of you were asking for plays. I gave out on VSiN a couple days ago the over on the UTSA Middle Tennessee game. UTSA is one of the fastest teams in the country. They run the 8th most plays in the entire country, so they just want to go no huddle. Middle Tennessee, we saw they really weren't afraid to air it out against Miami. Quarterback at 400 passing yards on 16 completions, which is crazy. But I like the over there. I see a lot of pace. UTSA doesn't play any defense, and they score a bunch of points. I'm on the over in that game.
All right. I can get behind that. Anybody have any opinion on that Boise State San Diego State game? I'm just curious.
I can't back Boise State.
On the bright side, Bachmeier entered the transfer portal, so he's not there anymore, which could be an upgrade, addition by subtraction. They should be getting some of their tight ends back. I like the under in that game. I mean, San Diego State's offense with Burmeister is so bad. I think I'm actually leaning Boise there, but if you bet this game, you might want to go to a meeting because there's no chance I actually want to bet the side. I'm leaning to the under on principle because San Diego State can't score, and as far as I know, Boise can't score either. Give me some type of really ugly 20-10 type game.
Exactly.
That's fair. I can get behind that. All right, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We'll be back Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Allie Burns will be back Tuesday. I'll be here Monday. Tim, if you're not doing anything, stop by. Other than that, Scott Reichel, you're always welcome, by the way, too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. By the way, doing the college football show in like an hour. So if you want to catch some free picks there, should be posted probably in like 2-3 hours.
There you go.
Awesome. There you go. We'll see you guys. Have a good weekend. Good luck unless you're against us. You know the drill. We're out. Peace.
Yep.